Hey guys and gals, it's Jim, aka Armorama, and I'm here with another video. This one's two different battles. You probably noted in, I'm going to probably put it in the description or the title, that in one of these battles I win a Pools Medal in, yes, this tank right here, the SU-122-44. I have played a few battles in this tank, as anyone who's seen my Tale of Two Radleys video, where I got 9 kills on both of those. Coming really close to a Pools Medal, and you know, I didn't really think about it all that much until I watched a recent video by Jedi, pointy-haired Jedi, and which he said he almost got his Pools Medal, the elusive Pools Medal, and so forth. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, why is it I've gotten a decent amount of Radleys? You know, let's see, I'm up to here's my Pools Medal. That's for killing 10 to 13 tanks, right? And I've gotten 8 Radleys, you know, it's not bad. I haven't gotten a lot recently. I've started to feel like I'm kind of like on a dry spell or something. I got another medal, though. Was it this one? No, not that one. What is it? Nope, not Coblonos. Where is that other medal? Let's see. How do you see your whole medal things? Awards. I know it's a fairly rare medal. Not Hallinan's. Is it one of these down here? No, it must be this one. Yep, this one. So I got this, the Langlades medal, where I, of course, so that's French, so it's probably the Langlades or something like that. But you have to destroy 4 enemy vehicles while they are attempting to capture the base in one battle. And I got that one in my KV2, which I'm going to show you first. But then, of course, I got the Pools Medal, which is, where'd it go? Here it is, which is the 10 to 13 tanks, and I killed 13. That's the most tanks I've ever killed in battle. 9 had been my max that I set a long time ago, and actually my BT2. But then I got some kills in my SU, at least in my SU 122-44 at 9 also. This tank, and of course the KV2. Ironically, I have much better crews, where I just won the Pools Medal, but this is the crew I have in the SU-122-44. Very basic crew. It's an actual crew for the SU-122-44. I did that because I kind of was training up a third decent Russian TD crew, and I don't have any other Russian TDs other than premium, so I figured I'll just go ahead and train a crew in the SU-122-44, and then switch it out at some point. So, but I was also playing the KV2, and that one, as you'll see in the battle coming up, also has a under-experienced crew. This one, one person's at 100%, and everybody else is under, with very few skills. And this is my KV2, Rudy, and we'll take a look at the battle on that one, why don't we? I don't know if you saw that when it was up, but this is a battle on mines. It's a 62% chance to win, which usually starts to indicate that your team should have a fairly easy time of it. Although I see there's a lot of players on the enemy team that are supposedly new, but sometimes you're running into re-accounts, which are players that have more than one account, and they basically start up a new account and start playing like badasses with you know, brand new tanks. Somebody moved up to that Hellcat awful quickly to have no stats. So anyways, this is the KV2 on mines. We're in a encounter map, a counter battle. And I decide to move towards the captain circle. I want to try to get some cover behind either some buildings. And I'm kind of starting to move initially towards my kind of standard spot, which is where you go to on either an assault or an encounter map, which is right over there by D7. But at one point I changed my mind. I think I see there's a tank that's already moved in over further north of that position, and I want to go ahead and try to intercept that tank. The KV-2's a really interesting beast. I played this tank back when it was just the KV, of course, and I played the KV-2 briefly when it came out. Played it with the 107mm, didn't really like it. Knew the derp gun was obviously a viable alternative to use on the tank all the time, but I wasn't much of a derp guy at that point. I was more of a precise TD, kind of player, where I liked to, snipe and so forth. So, but I'm getting into liking the whole derpy kind of ness to these great guns, and that first shot only does 299. So obviously just some HE splash. This is just HE ammo, nothing armor piercing. You can see I've got about I believe 7 rounds of the 110 penetration AP, and then I've got 4 rounds of the 136. So I just got hit by something there. But as you can see, I'm not taking much damage. If anything, I'm being hit by similar HE that's not actually doing any damage. Just some splash. And it's a KV-1, probably the derp KV-1, I'm guessing. That's why he keeps kind of doing some HE, splashy kind of damage. But this battle was just, I don't know if you notice or can hear it in my background sound, but this is I'm using Gnomefather's gun sound mod now. I'm kind of iffy on it. I mean, for instance, like in some of the bigger tanks, you actually hear guys like grunting and sweating, grunting and huffing to put the tank shells in, which is kind of a nice, ambient effect, I guess. But not always good. I mean, it has thrown my gameplay off a little, which ironically I'm about to show you this and Pools Medal. So yeah, it's thrown my gameplay off so badly that I got a Pools Medal. But that said, it's an interesting mod. I think a lot of players, especially new players, will probably be able to adapt to it very easily. I'm guessing some of the older players, it's sometimes a little off-putting because you kind of grow so used to how the game works, essentially. Oh, that was just a hairline shot. So that shows you when that gun can be pretty darn good in terms of not flying off in a weird direction. Okay, so as you can see on cap, we've got a couple of them. The ARL-44 is really the only one that's spotted in the capping circle, and the AT-2 is further south of it, I believe. Actually, the ARL-44 isn't even in the capping circle, but I think there's... not sure what that's showing, actually. Anyways, unless the capping circle is much larger. I guess I'm looking at my internal capping circle. Oh, there we go. All right, yeah. I'm looking at or not capping circle, but an internal close range something that XVM puts up on this one. So I need to obviously get these guys in order to try to cap. We have to clear this cap. Not really trying to cap, I'm just trying to keep us from losing. We're down to 4 tanks, and they've got 6 left. And I've gotten my 4 kills. I'm not sure I think all of them were in the capping circle, I guess. Because I'm not sure I get another kill. Maybe I do get another kill and one of them wasn't in the capping circle. I'll have to see here in a second. But as you can see, the KV-2 is taking a pounding. And I'm trying to side scrape a bit there, but now the Cromwell is up on that back hill and he's shooting me from over here. So this just became impossible, basically. I'm too far in the open. Probably wouldn't have been any better where I was before because the Cromwell probably still would have seen me, but I can't move over. You're basically just stuck. So I'm now with the remaining tank that's left. The looks, it's him and me, and I've got my 4 kills. And I'm probably going to get my award here, but I'll try and... No, actually, 5, sorry, 5. So that was, obviously, one of those tanks was out of the cap circle. Or maybe it's 4 and above, and I got more than 4 in the cap circle. So I decide I don't like that guy being... I decided I'd rather let the ARL-44 kill me than the other one that snuck up on me there. Was that the Wolverine or something? Anyways. Alright, so that's that one. I just wanted to show you that quick one because, again, KV-2 distinguished itself in battle. Okay, so here's the results for the KV-2 match on mines. You can see, even on a loss, we got 13-83 because of this winning of a major medal. The rest of the stats were okay. We did, 1603 in damage, not a huge amount, but, 5 kills, 922 again in experience because of the medal win. I mean, that's almost as high as the person who on the enemy team who had 7 kills. So that's a good plus. And, the team just kind of donked out there at the bottom half. So yeah, we could have probably won that battle with a little bit of help from, teammates. And then we had 7 shots fired, 7 direct hits, and 7 penetrations, which is always nice. Not sure how they count some of those HE shots penetrations. I mean, did I penetrate on all those? That seems odd because I would have gotten more damage, for example, on that first shot. When I, well, maybe, no, he lived, he survived that first shot, so it wasn't max damage. Anyway, so that all said, let's move on to the pools medal, shall we? Okay, we're on Enks. We got a 55% chance to win. I'll go ahead and freeze it here for a second. So I tried to freeze it there for a second, but it wasn't cooperating. I'll just put up this screen. Oh, I'm not getting the, not getting my stats now on this screen for some reason. Anyways, you can see it was 55%. You can see that the, am I frozen? Yeah, I was frozen. You can see that the teams were fairly even. A lot of reddish and yellowish players with, ironically, both SU-122-44s are decent players. Both same win rate, me and the enemy guy. He gets a few kills, too, on this. The T-29 is a decent player. RIS is pretty awful. So this could have easily shaped up for a loss, even though, like, technically speaking, we have, like, slightly more veteran players than they do, probably, but it's, based on the top players, the ones in the tier 7 tanks, it didn't look too good. So this is weird. Interesting. I did this replay earlier, and I'd set the, I'm going to pause it because of time. I did this replay earlier, and I set the, the players, this thing, I went up here and I did this, right? And set this down to 3. Well, it just somehow the replay file remembered that. How did it remember that? Because I didn't do it in the original game, so it certainly didn't, I keep these fully open in the original game, so it's just a little odd to me. Is it the replay system is doing it? Like, almost like it's saying, oh, at this point in all your videos, would all my videos have done that now? I don't know. That's just weird. Okay, well, enough of this little supposition. Let's continue. Actually, let me put you in my kind of frame of mind here at the beginning, because I kind of want, everybody watches one of these videos, especially if you've never won a major award before. I'm sure a lot of you watch them. Certainly I've watched some of the guys who've gotten 15 kills, and go, how do they do that? How do they get 15 kills? It's just really aggravating sometimes that, like, you can't get higher. I couldn't get higher than 9. 9 was my top. Well, number one, at the beginning of this game, I actually kind of put myself, I had played for about 2.5 hours or so. I had a decent night, not a frustrating night. So and I figured this was going to be my last game, on my last ×3 of the weekend play on Sunday night. And when this battle started, it looked decent in terms of what I could potentially do. And I kind of put myself in that, all right, don't go out there and just run out into the battlefield and get yourself shot, try to see where, where the battle's going to develop. And originally I thought I was going to stick to the left-hand side of the western side of the map and maybe, pull up around J3 or so and scout up the alleyway there, or the roadway. But then for some reason, it shifted my train of thought, and I thought about going over here, because I realized that, okay, well, there's going to be a lot of medium and light tanks, or even, some inexperienced tanks. They're going to be over here. Maybe the more veteran players will stay in the city, and I can quickly flank and knock out these weaker players. And essentially that's what happened. I mean, the SU-122-44 and the T-29 are over in the city. And this is just, watch this shot. Oh, yeah, he got ammo racked. So now, that Crusader was up in the middle. Now he's crossed over, and I see him there. I kind of wait here for a minute to see. Again, this is my, let's be patient now. Let's not just rush into it. I don't know how many tanks are up there. And then I see the E2 coming up to my side. And he's rushing right into the battlefront. So this first little maneuver may not seem all that smart, but it actually worked out well for me. I kind of cornered the pin, and I'm spinning around here. I can take my time. He bounced off me once. And I think he shoots me a couple times here and does no damage. For the Crusader, I hate that tank. I really feel bad for people in that tank. I love the Cromwell and the Comet. Those are great tanks, but the Crusader, oh god. Now this Comet is about to really have a bad day, because I don't know if you know this about the Comet or not. I froze it. But it has very poor gun elevation. Let's take a look. So what happens is, see, his gun has got good downward elevation there, or good downward visibility, or what? That's the word I'm looking for. Anyways, it can go down a lot. But as he moves his gun towards the back of the tank, watch what happens. It goes up. It goes up, so he can't easily shoot me. He's getting a kind of a shot here. It looks like he may have had a little bit of shot, a glancing shot, which he does, and it does glance right off the top of the tank, as you can see. But anyways, I get 2 shots into him, and he's dead. And I won't say that was really well planned out. I didn't think, oh, that Comet, he doesn't have good gun elevation on the rear, so I'm gonna, go to the back of him. It just, it was random luck kind of thing. And I'm in a low-profile tank. He lulled me and said, good shot. Because he probably was real, oh crap, he got right up behind me where I can't get my gun elevation down. Not that his one shot would have, it would have been, he would have penned me. Well, I don't know, that it depends on where he tried to hit me. But, especially how much ammo he was using too. Now, looking for the Artie, and boop, there I found him. I kind of had to turn here, I had to break my aiming, but it worked out. Have you noticed a theme here? When we go to the final screens, I'll show you. I fire 13 times, which apparently is lucky. I avoid the cap circle there, by the way, intentionally. I fire 13 times, 13 penetrations, and almost everything I kill, obviously, with 10 kills with a Pool's Medal, I kill in one shot. Now, a lot of these were set up for me, and this is a matter of luck to some degree. You're going to get battles like this where essentially your teammates have done a good job weakening your opponents. They've weakened them down to the point where you can, like with a nice gun like this Soviet 122, come in close, like I'm doing here. Notice what I'm doing. I see what I want to kill, and I go kill it. Now that that Panzer IV really missed an opportunity there to maybe track me or do some damage, but he just, again, we get a lot of noobs here. What can I say? Thank God for noobs, otherwise you wouldn't win Pool's Medals probably. The guy that wins a Pool's Medal in a Tier 9 or 10 battle with experienced players, he's got something to really brag about. Alright, so then that's the T2. I mean, this battle is about 4 minutes. I mean, it literally was over so fast. At this point, I was going, crap, I just got a Radley's. And I'm going, oh my god, could I get a Pool's? And I'm thinking, oh, okay, let's again, notice the tanks. I'm actually ramming a few tanks too and getting damage that way. And finally, the TOG has done some significant damage to me. But I finish off the Sherman. The TOG's down to 299. Thanks goodness for my team again for knocking me down there. Although I probably, to be honest, probably could have. Only had me down to 248. I probably wouldn't have killed him. I could have gotten maybe another shot into him. And so that was it. That's Pool's Medal. And wow, let's take a look at some of the stat screens. All right, so there's the Pool's Medal in my SU-122-44. There are a lot of nice screens in the game you can get, and this is just one of the nicest. I mean, it was a ×3, so the 6,672 experience wasn't the nice thing, but just seeing anytime you win a medal and then Top Gun and then Sniper and then Steel Wall, I don't know. That's odd to me to get Steel Wall. I mean, let's see. I didn't realize how many shots I potentially bounced. Oh, I can't click that. Darn. Let's see. I had potential damage of 1310. Hits received 11. Penetrations 5. So I did actually bounce quite a few shots there with 1310 potential damage. Again, I fired 13 shots. I had 13 direct hits and 13 penetrations. Damage of 3,500. That's an average game really for me sometimes, especially in a good game anyways. So, again, nothing huge. I mean, when I won this, I won the Pool's Medal. I was kind of like, really? Because I was expecting it to be more work than that. But obviously, again, with certain, I'm not trying to tout my skills here. I didn't make any crucial mistakes, and I didn't really, I quickly got to the enemy and destroyed them. If I had hung back at any various point there, if I had started to cap or, numerous, things that might have happened, I would have not got a Pool's Medal. You have to do everything in sequence. Otherwise, essentially, that one little pause or something like that essentially is what is the difference between winning and losing. But I could have just as easily had that maybe the T-29 track me or one of the other players, decent players, pull back and realize I was coming up from, behind and so forth. So a lot of different variables could have happened. Team score. So yeah, there's my 3501. The nearest player on my team was at 1516, the T-49. Good job for him. He's only a Tier 5. 3 kills. Again, I guess it was tank destroyer rules on this map. Ironically, it is total tank destroyer rules because then you look down and Stug 3 and the Su-85 also had 1 kill each. So essentially every person on that enemy team was killed by a tank destroyer. Now, if any of them were there playing the weekend special trying to kill, what is it, 3 tank destroyers you had to kill or 4 tank destroyers to get the 2000 crew experience? I guess they had a little bit of a rude awakening. You came to kill tank destroyers? Sorry, tank destroyers are going to kill you. So on the enemy team, it looks like the T-29 was the top player with 2 kills. Then that Su-122-44 with really, very, very decent number as well. And the TOG had done well with 3 kills. Poor TOG guy. I mean, I feel, to be honest, I mean, that they were whipping up, destroying our team on the western side of the map, and damn Su-122-44 comes and ruins it for them. So yeah, that was quite nice actually for me. So yeah, I love this screen. Great screen to see. What was the other thing about this screen that? Oh yeah, I initially I didn't realize the hits until I looked and saw it said hit rate percentage 100%, and I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. So. Anyways, well, thanks for watching, and I appreciate. I got actually 2 messages when I ended this match, and from players in the either on my team or the enemy team. I'm not sure which. They were both congratulating me on my pools win, and I was writing them back and saying how thanks and da 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 da. Of course, the bad thing was it was about 1 o'clock in the evening, and I got a little verbal at the end of that win, and my wife opens the door a few minutes later and says, "What are you doing?" Because they're up there asleep, and I'm down here yelling and carrying on and cahooting about my pools medal. I didn't even say, "But honey, I just got a pools medal." That would have, I just was like, "Very sorry, dear." Yeah. So anyways, well, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments area, and I'll see you next time.